Hello, everyone. We're going to study a little bit some of the codes here. So these are what it's called lawful remedies. A lot of you think that these remedies are quick and I want money. I want to discharge my car. I want this and I want that. This is all about learning and learning who you are in commerce and learning. Okay. The more you learn, the more you will understand, and then the remedy will come. Nothing will come without effort. Okay. It's not a quick, it's not a, get me out of the situation kind of thing. It's always with time, and it's always with the research and understanding things. And then the remedy will come. The universe, God will make it happen. Okay. Have a sincere heart. Okay. Because it depends of, your purpose, what you want in life. If you have a good heart, if you help others in your small capacity, it will come. Okay. So we're just going to take it step at a time, and let's look at this. Okay. So when you go, like someone asked me, send me an email and said, how do I get some money? How do I do it? It's not a quick fix, okay? It is not a quick fix. And it's mostly not about the money. Yes, it is about the money, but at the same time, it's not. It's about you learning and be able to understand these things so you can help others, right? So let's say, for example, that you need a car or you need a house to live in. Okay. Now, let's take it one step at a time. You go into the bank and you have bad credit, but you still go into a bank and ask for a loan for maybe a car, maybe a house. Okay. I'm going to put that example out there, and it's not a quick fix, an easy remedy. It's a lawful remedy. Okay. Lawful remedy take time, effort. Okay. That's what everybody needs to understand. Because in your private capacity, you can do all these things. When you're in the public, you're screwed in a way. But when you're in the private capacity, there's a lot of lawful remedies. It just takes time, effort on your part. You see, nothing is a quick fix. Okay, so let's say that you go to the bank and they deny you credit. Okay, they deny you a loan. Okay, what does that mean when they deny you a loan? They actually do not deny you of a loan. They deny you of the extension of credit that you have. You have unlimited credit. Okay, so they deny you of the extension of credit. They deny you, like for a car or any kind of denial of credit. They deny you, but they certainly take that from you. They already took your credits, but they deny you, right? So you need to understand that just because they deny you doesn't mean they didn't take action on that bank did not take action on your credits. They do. Okay. That's why when you go and apply for a loan of a car, you go to a dealership and they said, okay, let us check your credit, see which banks can approve you for a loan. They put it in multiple banks and whatever. And they deny, they deny 5 or 6 people deny your banks or whatever. They're not really banks, but let's call them bank for the purpose of this video. So they deny, okay? But because they deny, that doesn't mean that you didn't extend the credit. You gave the credits to them, and they're going to take advantage of that, okay? And then they're gonna sell that and make millions of dollars actually with your denial, okay? So what happens when you go into the bank and ask for a loan, whatever, and they deny you for whatever reason, credit's bad or whatever, whatever, you're going to ask them right there that you want it in writing. You want it in writing, okay? Not the verbal thing. You want it in writing, okay? That's the most important thing, okay? So, like I said, they did not deny you for a loan. They deny you the extension of credit, okay? Okay, let's look at 15 USC code 1691. Let's look up, let's see. Okay, let's look at it. E. Let's look at E. See what it says. Let's read E. Copies furnished to applicants. There it is. You need to ask for a written letter that says you deny me for whatever reason. They have to do it, okay? It's the obligation. It's the law, okay? Each creditor shall furnish to an applicant a copy of any, okay, any, mean all, of the written appraisals and valuable developed in connection with the applicant's application for a loan. Remember, loan right here, you can substitute, take this loan out and put extension of credit, okay? That is secure or will have been secured by the first lien on a dwelling property. Okay, complete, but not cease later than 3 days prior to the closing of the loan. Okay. Now, it goes on and on, waiver, reimbursement, free copy. Okay, so once you have that copy of the denial, you can do several things with it. Okay. But we're going to study a little more what you can do. Okay, let's look at, let's see. Let's look at, sorry about that. Let's see. What do I have the other one? I always have all these windows open. I closed it. Okay, let's look at 31 CFR 57. Okay, let's see. Now, let's look at this. Okay, regulations of governing book entry, treasury, bonds, notice, and bills held in treasury, reserve automated debt entry system trades. So what I wanted to point out is that the denial of your loan because you have unlimited credit, okay, is a violation of the law, okay? Because they, according to this, they are interfering with the trade and commerce, okay? They are interfering, the banks are interfering with the trade and commerce by denying you the so-called loan, the extension of credit. So they are denying interference with the trade and commerce, okay? And they could be liable for this, okay? So first things that you want to do, like I said, this is not, people think, oh, I'm going to get a check. No, no, no. This is to enforce these things, okay? To enforce things, okay? Now, I'm, you know, I have done enforcing of everything that I do. If they send me something about, I discharged my car and everything, and they said, well, we're not gonna, sorry, but you still owe. No, I will send them another letter, and I will send them letters. It took me about 6 months, more than 6 months, I think, to discharge my car. You know, uh, so you send the company certain letters, I'm going to give notice to these agencies that you are doing this, okay? And I think that's what they realized that I meant business, even though I didn't know all the process. I didn't know, like I was kind of just, here and there, but they understood that I gave notice to the bureaus, of this denial of my coupon and stuff like that at the beginning of it. So that's what did it. Okay. So when they deny you of the loan, so-called loan, the extension of credit, you're gonna put these agencies on notice. You're gonna write a letter that they have that you have a grievances. You were uh there was a grievances in that action. Okay, you have 5 years to do this. You were aggrieved by this action. Okay. So you're going to put the Attorney General on notice, okay? You're going to put the FTC on notice. You're going to you're going to give notice to the Federal Reserve Board of Governors of this. Because what happens when you give notice, I gave notice of my car loan to everyone. I filled the 3949, the 211, I mean, everything. So the company they know that you mean business, that this is prepaid, that my car, when I signed that car note, I mean, with over there at the dealership, it was mine. And they had you know, they had no right to even send me anything. So I did that and it worked. So this is not a quick fix. So you're going to write a letter of your grievances because this bank, you're going to put the name of the bank, even the CFO, maybe the EIN number, and the person they actually deny you, even the worker there or the banker that denied and brought you this. But you have to have, like I said, a written notice of denial. Okay. So you send all this to these agencies. What happens with these agencies is that they might send you a letter back and said, hey, we got your letter that you were aggrieved, because of this action that the bank took, by denying your so-called loan, So they need to have a lot of these complaints. They need to have, to get an action on this, they have to have a lot of them, like a lot of people doing the same thing, giving them notice of the grievances that you suffer through the denial of your unlimited credit. You have unlimited credit. So people tell me, it's like sometimes they write to me and I said, how do I do this? No, no, give notice to everybody. Just send notices. I was agreed because I went to the bank and they denied me of my ability of limited credit, you know. And if you do it, I do it, and everybody does it, we're gonna have action in this, okay? And then after you give notice, you have 5 years uh, to collect, you know, because they interfere with the trade and commerce, these banks, and it's against the law really to do that. So then you can sue. You can go to a small claims court and take an action on them after you have put these other people on notice, the attorney general and stuff like that. That's what the remedy comes. It comes where you actually enforce it. Okay. Like I said, if I didn't enforce some of the things that I've done, I would have never gotten anything anywhere. Okay. Yes, and I have sent things to the IRS. Yes, I have sent the 1099-Cs to discharge and all that. Okay. And you can do that, but you need to enforce it. Okay. Enforcement is the key here. So when you are denied, don't just sit there Okay, let's do an example. You go into for a car loan and they deny you. They said, okay, they give you the car and yeah, a bank approve you. Okay. But then you get the car and whatever, and then you get letters. All of us have gotten letters of 2 or 3 companies. I don't know how many, and hey, we deny you because they put that application of loan or whatever through many banks. So they send you letters of their denial. Well, you keep those letters, don't throw them away. Okay, if your car, let's say that your car is $40,000 that you apply for. So if you were denied by 3 banks, they got your credit. They deny you, but they got your credit. So let's say that you did 3, that's 120,000. Okay, 120,000. Those credits are in a ledger, you see, at the Treasury with the IRS. So you can actually take those letters of denial and actually put them when you file your taxes. Let's say that it's for $40,000 car and you got 3 denials. You're going to put 120,000 in there for denials and see what happens. And see if you do use the software, Tax Free USA or whatever is probably the best. And you gonna do your taxes, okay? Let's say that W-2, and you're gonna put your taxes. Put $120,000 in there. I've seen people that they do it 3 times that amount, but I put 120,000 on there because you were denied. Those credits are there. They took them from you. So why not put them on I've seen them work. I have not done it myself because I haven't had. But the most important thing is to enforce and then you knowing who you are in this thing, who you really are. And so they deny you an extension of credit. So I just wanted to put this video out there so we can get in the habit. And no credit can be denied. It says no credit can be denied on anybody. It's a violation of Title 15, subsection 1, part 1. Okay, cannot be denied. So I'm telling you, the enforcement, I'm telling you, I enjoy all this enforcement that I do with paper. I haven't been sued or anything like that. But I love enforcing things in paper. When a credit card was now the only one that I'm dealing with right now is Wells Fargo. Wells Fargo, there are 3 companies that corporation. They're just so hard. They just don't give up. So Santander. That was my loan, my car loan. It's the worst. And Wells Fargo and Capital One. Those 3, I deal with Santander with my car loan, but I'm still dealing with Wells Fargo. I have sent them tons and tons of correspondence and letters to them because I closed my account. I didn't want to deal with them anymore, and I closed my account. And if you know anything about accounts, bank accounts, it keeps it is even though you close the account or they close it for you, that account is still open 3 years in the public and then forever in the private. Okay. And you can utilize that bank account, but that's for another topic. It's another topic, another video. So I'm still dealing with Wells Fargo and Capital One. Those 2 are but I'm really getting to enjoy it because I keep sending them letters and stuff like that. So those are the only two things that I personally have in commerce. That's it. Other than that, I don't have anything. And I don't use my Social Security anymore. I work in the private. With private trust, you have to establish several trusts. And then in the private, you pay, you get paid with the trust. You know, you are the trustee in one of the trusts, and you actually use the other trust. Well, it's a whole system actually with trust. You know, it's a trust. It's you need three trusts to work this thing out, and you actually can pay yourself. You know, because you're the trustee. So that's another topic. That's another thing. And that is beautiful because now I don't use my Social Security anymore. I don't want to. The last thing that I have personally is one car that I am going to sell, an older car that I bought. And after I sell that car, that's it. I'm out of the system, out of the matrix completely. And then you work through trust, you know. So that's another topic. That's another thing. I wanted to put this video out there and just let you know that if you go to the bank, do this, you know, give notice. And then after, these agencies will send you a letter and telling you, well, thank you for your, you know, your complaint and all this. But don't save those letters because you actually can go small claims and get remedy there. Because equity, what is the other? Equity is the most powerful thing, actually, equity, because you just can go to small claims and get a remedy right there. Because if you apply for $300,000 at a bank for a house, those 300,000 they deny you the credit, but they took it. So you have that, you have the letters that you send out, the correspondence that they send you back from these three agencies, and then you can sue small claims. And then you have all you need there and keep records of everything. Send everything certified mail with return receipt. So you'll have that to take to court. So it's things that we need to all of us learn how to do these things. You know, not to be afraid of going to court, going to arbitration, you know. So you have to understand this law and everything. And let's see, I wanted to share another 1691, I think it was. So anyway, just learn. No. That's it. Those two. Let's see. I was thinking on another one. Where it says, let's see. So they need to comply with all the requirements. You see. Let's read it again. Each creditor shall furnish the applicant a copy of all and all written transactions. You have your receipt, you have your letter there. You can sue for damages for the whole amount of the house. Let's say that you went to the bank and you wanted a $400,000 home and they deny you. You can sue for damages for the whole amount of $400,000. After you give notice to these agencies and have the response from them, they will respond with time and say something like, oh, no, I'm sorry, but not I'm sorry, but yeah, thank you for your notice and stuff. But you have that. So you're going to take the letter of denial, you're going to take the letters that these three agencies will tell and just, you know, sue. and you will get a remedy. That's equity right there. So I hope you enjoyed this. Thank you. Subscribe to my channel. Please, you can take my private banking course. I also have a negotiable instrument course there that I have other remedies. And I also on Gumroads have several free products and free things, how to discharge your car loan. Like with this thing about this car discharging your car loan, it's like, oh, the bank, the corporation did not accept it. Who cares if they don't accept it? You will have remedy. Okay, you will have remedy eventually. Just how if you're doing with my discharging a car loan, or I'm going to make another video about rescission. Another in the coming weeks, maybe next week, I'm going to do a video on rescission of the signature of your car loan or mortgage. That's a little more complicated. That takes effort. It takes about a year to do the rescission of the contract, of the security interests of that. So I'm going to have that. But if you need help in enforcing these things, write me an email and I'll answer the questions that I know within my capacity. Okay. And I'm also going to come out with, I was taking some classes, these are not free. I sell them for very little amount. And I've been taking some classes on administrative process, but very high level administrative process. And they're like, wow, mind blowing. So I'm going to make it like a little lesson about that too. Put it probably on Gumroad for whatever, just a little amount of donation. So thank you to everybody that has donated, support my ministry, and thank you, and buy my products. And thank you so much for listening to me, and go to the bank. Go to the bank. I have, you know what? I love when people write to me that are young and, and have the energy to do all these things. And if you are young or not so young, but you still have the energy to do all this letters and all that stuff, I commend you for it. Go for it. Go for it. Go to the bank. Try to get, even if you have bad credit, you want that letter. That's what you want, the letter. Okay. So if you have the energy and all that, go ahead. I don't sometimes, so I'm like out. I'm out. I'm enjoying my time with my family, my granddaughter, and that's it. And off grid, of course. I love being off grid and not being inside the matrix. But if you have the energy, go ahead and do these things. Thank you for listening. Have a great day.